Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here today, my name is Odds, and we are going to be discussing Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. I am giving you my review on the series as a whole, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff that happened throughout Season 1. There will be a Season 2, thank God, because it left us on quite a note. We're going to discuss that in this video. If you're new here today, I'd love for you to subscribe. I do 2 to 3 videos a week. Fantasy, Marvel, Star Wars, DC, vlogs, beauty. There's something on this channel for everyone, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And if you like this video while you're watching, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. As per usual, my cat does not know how to behave, so we have to take breaks to get her to stop doing what she's doing. So the big thing in the finale is obviously the creation of 3 of the rings and the reveal of Sauron. Or Sauron, if you want to call him Sauron. I have always called him Sauron. And it's pronounced Sauron. But yeah. So let's just get it out of the way. We had a bit of a fake out at first. We thought the stranger was going to be Sauron. I always had the feeling that he was Gandalf, which it seems to be hinting towards that he is Gandalf. It doesn't confirm anything, but they do refer to him as the Wise. Istar, he is the other one. He's a wizard. So they know he's not Sauron, like they think he is initially. They faked it out. They were like, oh, he's Lord Sauron, because he's all powerful and he fell from the sky, and they thought that that was what had happened to him. And nope, that is not him. It is a wizard who we believe to be Gandalf. He could be Saruman, but I really doubt it, considering the fact that he has, my brother pointed out, the thing with following your nose. He says something similar in the Mines of Moria, and also the fact that he is just known as the Wise One, like Gandalf the Wise. So Sauron is actually Halbrand. Man, Galadriel just should have done some more research. She should have done her research sooner to figure out that there was no king of the Southlands, and that Halbrand was Sauron the entire time. Now, there is kind of a little bit of a love story between them. It's like they're will they, won't they, until it's revealed that he's Sauron, and he still promises to try to get her on his side to make her a queen, and he would be king of Middle-earth. But, you know, he is the Dark Lord, and Galadriel is like, absolutely not, you killed my brother. It's going to be a bit of a hard sell to try to sell, you know, yourself to the one who killed your own brother. But, you know, people are saying, what if they were to balance each other out? I don't think so. I think Galadriel would be corrupted, and he is just trying to manipulate her. I don't think he really has that much actual interest in her, to be quite honest. I know there's a lot of shippers out there. I think the ship is interesting, but I don't think it's, I don't think that's what he was doing. I think he was just trying to manipulate her the entire time. Now, Galadriel fell for that and didn't realize that Sauron was with her the entire time. She was so fixated on Adar and the orcs that she didn't think to deal with Sauron, who was right by her. Keep your friends close, your enemies closer, I guess. That is the motto of this. Let's talk a little bit about, we talked about the stranger a bit. We have the Harfoots storyline, where I think we're going to eventually see in one of these upcoming seasons the Harfoots settle down in the Shire and become the hobbits. I know there's like legal issues where they can't use hobbits or whatever. I think they'll work it out. Amazon can pretty much persuade anybody to do anything. So, you know, it's like they're wielding a ring or something like that. We're probably going to see, I will preface and say, I did read The Hobbit. I read the Lord of the Rings. I did not read the Silmarillion. it is on my list. I know it's written like a textbook, so it's gonna take a minute for me to get to it. I'm probably gonna end up getting to it next year. So by the time I do my season 2 review, I will have read it and we would have known some stuff. Apparently, like, the Sauron twist is easy to see coming if you've read the Silmarillion. At least the first page kind of lays out Halbrand's entire arc. But we haven't seen kind of the villain of the Silmarillion who could be showing up in this, but I think they're going to focus on Sauron, and I think we're going to get all the way to where they have the finale will probably be the big fight where Isildur doesn't throw the ring into the Ring of Fire. I'm really interested to see how Elrond is going to progress from this, like, peacemaker. He reminds me of, like, the middle child. Like, he's trying to do all the negotiations and everything like that. So I'm interested to see how he's going to turn into somebody who then goes to battle. Because, as we know, Elrond is in the battle for Middle-earth during the prelude to The Lord of the Rings. So we'll see that kind of happen. It's probably going to he'll be dealing with, like, the ring and stuff like that. So that is interesting. We're going to see probably Sauron create the ring himself, maybe with the help of Celebrimbor, who is probably going to be imprisoned by him. We see a shadow of him in shackles. So excited to see that, although a lot of stuff is going, like, downhill. Really missed out seeing Durin. Love him, love the dwarves. We did see the Balrog in the bottom of the mines, so it's most likely the same Balrog that is in The Lord of the Rings. We'll see if that comes into play in the Rings of Power at all. But we're going to see, probably I would predict that at the end of each season, we're going to see the rings being formed for each group. So we'll see the dwarves maybe next, and then the men, and then we will probably see Sauron create his at some point. I don't know how many seasons this is planning to go for. I think they're kind of just seeing how it is received. But I hope we get a lot of this because I really, really enjoyed it. When we first started out the season, I was like, my brother texted me and asked me how I felt about this. I was like, it's okay. Like, it's fine. I don't love it. Don't hate it. And then around episode 6, I started really, really enjoying the show and I really loved it. So that is great. We also, let's mention a little bit, what storylines am I missing? The elf and human romance. It's not for me. I love both of the characters, but, I want happy things for both of them, so hopefully it all works out. But we'll see how that goes. If he ends up giving up his immortality to be with her, I think that's probably how that's going to go. I would love to see the birth of Arwen in the series, to see more about Elrond and his journey throughout the whole thing, and we'll see kind of his relationship with Durin and how exactly that friendship is maintained, or if it is maintained, despite him being thrown out of the Dwarven Kingdom. But overall, like I said, I really loved this. I would have to give it like an 8.5 out of 10. It wasn't a perfect series by any means, but it was a great start to what can be a really great show. I think the show has a lot of great potential. Like I said, in season 2, we're going to see more on Sauron. He made it to Mordor, so we'll see how that goes. The stranger, probably Gandalf, is going to rune with Nori, and the Harfoots are moving along, probably going to settle at some point to form the Shire, and we will see more, maybe more of the Balrog in the next season. There's a lot of stuff they can do. So, like I said, it has really good potential. Really excited to see this and how it ties into both The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. So yeah, that is my review on Rings of Power. If you like this video, again, please give it a big old thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on the Rings of Power down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What things do you want to see in Season 2? How do you feel about the Sauron Galadriel ship? Let me know down below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on Thursday. Nope. I'll see you on Wednesday with a new video, I believe. Bye!